Hello everybody, this is Simon from underground.com, and I'm really happy to say we're here with London's own Amulet. How you going?
Well, hey.
Cool. Well, straight into it. Tomorrow the new album is out, The Inevitable War. First I heard of it was last week when you released the Shockwave single, which is a really cool single. That's one of them where I had to go check out other material, and I was loving it. It's great.
Fantastic.
Cool. How did you compare The Inevitable War to the first? Obviously there's been a lot of lineup changes, so
yeah, I mean there's a lot of time and a lot of different people that have made fundamental differences to the band, but it's happened incrementally as the years have gone by, and it hasn't been a big single switch. So it's actually The Inevitable War is the amalgamation of all of the kind of changes and inspiration that we've had over the last few years, especially finding a new singer, which has just really cemented the new record.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, everyone left in sort of like 6-month bursts to get on with their own lives.
Right.
And we kind of found people that are probably slightly more technically adept, but still have the same sort of passion. Apart from myself, I'm still not the best rhythm guitarist, but have a charm to my playing. So it's been a gradual process, but what it's done is it's given us 4 years to kind of hone the songs. So I think this album's more complex, a bit more interesting, riffs, structures, and we've consciously made the soundscape a bit more colourful as well, so hopefully it rewards more repeat listens.
Quite a big fundamental difference is there's synthesizers included within songs, whereas previously Amulet had only had synthesizers as their own interludes.
Right.
And it came quite late, but it was sort of me and the producer Tom Blackford just sort of ran with it. We had to do a couple of experimentations, and then we just decided that we should do quite a lot of it, and I'm really happy with how the inclusion of real synthesizers with the music has been quite
I always wanted it myself in there, but it was really possible before. But with sound joining and Tom producing, it's been very seamless and easy. It's still the same kind of like approach. I mean, it's the same band. We're like sort of lunk-headed, riff-focused, song-orientated British heavy metal, but not obsessively British. We're like very much influenced by international heavy metal.
Yeah,
it's kind of frustrating to be called the Wobbin, which is kind of like 1977 to
exactly. It's 40 years ago now. It's not really new anymore.
We're not. It's like 5% of what we listen to.
Yeah. I know the music that I've written has been, isn't coming from a Wobbin kind of influence.
Right.
There's definitely some lingering in some of the songs still, but that's just a natural inclusion of an English style of heavy metal with all the other styles that we can play, I guess.
I mean, you could hear elements of that before there was a Wobbin, so.
Oh yeah.
Obviously there's a long gap between the first and Inevitable War. Was it purely due to lineup changes and issues revolving around that, or? Yeah,
I guess you could say so. I mean, when there was material when I originally joined, which was 2015, which isn't even recent anymore.
No.
There was a couple new songs that have been turned into some of the material that's now on The Inevitable War.
Shockwave's a pretty old one.
Yeah, and that's the oldest song that's on the record.
No, it's not. The first song on the record is The Satanist. That was actually a lot that was written before the first came out.
Okay.
I found all the recordings on YouTube. So there's quite a lot of old stuff sprinkled in there. And we did get a new record deal as well. And life gets in the way.
Yeah.
It's not like we're making any money out of it. So I mean, all these things are factors.
Yeah.
But it's been a nice kind of like steady process really, and I think we're all very proud of what we've achieved with it. So ultimately that's all that matters. Hopefully we've been away long enough for people to still remember us, but to create a little bit of interest, and also kind of like fits with the new lineup, like okay, it's been a while, let's check out this new band, this new lineup hopefully.
Yeah, or even then, just it's almost like having a new band come out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
So it's quite exciting in that way.
Yeah.
Well, same guitars, but everything else is new.
I think there will always be, with any change, it's hard to address. There's going to be people who will come up to us and say Amulet's over, or it's crazy talk like that. We know that's not the case, and we know the truth about how the band's built and evolved over the years. There's also people that will probably appeal to now that we maybe wouldn't have appealed to in the first place when it was a bit more bare bones and a lot more modern influence.
Germans,
Yeah.
for example, hopefully.
It's not more mainstream, but it's got a kind of a bit more contrast, a bit more dynamics. I think people like that in music, you know.
Absolutely.
Songs flip around, it's not all the same, you've got slow songs, fast songs,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think we never, like, the band never consciously tried to sound like shit. But like,
It just happened.
yeah, it just came naturally. But maybe it has, you know, authenticity to it in that
Yeah.
way. But I've always wanted it just to be the best heavy metal band possible, and that's what we're trying. The reason this sounds a bit bigger and more interesting is also because we spent 3 months doing the record ourselves with Tom producing it. So we really took our time to make sure everything was exactly how we wanted it to be. That was kind of inspired by some of the Swedish bands that we're friends with who've done their albums themselves, taking the time, like Antichrist.
Yeah.
Hopefully people check it out and like it.
Yeah. You mentioned jokingly that it appeals to Germans especially, but I know you've got some shows coming up in Germany. You've got in France tomorrow. I think either Austria or Switzerland as well is on the...
Definitely Austria.
Yeah.
So are you finding yourselves getting a bit more attention over in the mainland, so to speak?
We're very familiar with the scene here in the UK.
Yeah.
We're playing in bands here for, you know, 15, 20 years. It's embarrassing. We know there is a scene in England, and we obviously have some access to that.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tour England. People aren't willing to pay. You know, so we don't only pay for money. We don't only play for money, but it's encouraging to know that there's a lot of established festivals all over Europe that can actually make a very reasonable booking fee, I may add, to make it happen. It's like, you know, you can only play so many gigs to empty rooms in the middle of nowhere in England before you're fed up with that. So
it's just more popular in Germany, isn't it? And they've got more disposable income. I mean, we're not bothered about the fee per se, but obviously you need to bring an audience if you're going to play, and it is difficult in the UK for most bands, really.
We can, when there's a proper booking, we can organise our whole calendar around it.
Yeah.
You know, it becomes a much more worthwhile, procedure for all of us, and you know, it's how we've done it since I've joined. At least there's been key bookings here and there, and we've worked whatever gigs we can around those, as opposed to, you know, going crazy touring England and touring Europe ruthlessly.
Yeah.
Germany particularly, and Belgium seem to be the ones
we
to
do.
do.
Yes.
And I think we should do as much as we can there. Is basically the plan.
We have we've played some great shows in Sweden as well. We played the Abyss Festival beginning of last year. That was amazing. That was a really well put together festival.
Cool.
We've done the second year now. It looked like Marek went. Looked like it was
Played a few
wicked.
times, yeah, I helped out. And then I'm hoping to set up a tour with Helvetes Port, who are Swedish actually, but I think would appeal very much to Germany.
Yeah.
They're really cool guys who really know their shit, and I'm really excited about this double LP they've got coming up in August now. So we're trying to arrange some kind of German attack with Helvetes Port, so
Cool.
something to look out for maybe.
I know you filmed a music video last month. I've been looking on the internet and I haven't found it, so I assume you haven't released it yet.
No.
It's his fault.
We have released a different video today to make up for the fact that I haven't finished the other one yet.
Oh, okay.
But will be out before the LP is released. Today we released a video, a kind of fun edit I did for Call of the Sirens.
Okay, cool.
Siren.
Call of the Siren. Just some kind of ridiculous American TV program I re-edited to the song, and it worked really well. Thought we might as well release something because it was already ready to go.
But yeah, you're right, we recorded a video for Roundheads. The idea was to go to an English Civil War reenactment in Basingstoke and film the band playing there and like other footage of the people.
Yeah.
Took the track Roundhead, which is an English Civil War epic at the end, the last track on the album. And it was a fun day, and we got some really good material, so we're just finishing the edit. It should be out in a couple of weeks, hopefully, if we can finish it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to speak
Nice
to me,
one, mate.
and good luck with the album. I'll be picking it up, I promise.
Ollie.